You can access the entire episode now on our website, forbiddenknowledge.news, Rokfin, Rumble, and all podcast platforms. One of the common themes with even cryptid creatures, possibly extraterrestrials, unknown species of beings that have this common ability to be able to phase in and out of our reality or alter our perception to where we can't see them, or be able to take on this cloaking effect of some sort. This happens with, I've heard of Bigfoot doing this, extraterrestrials, other cryptid beings, and even the Dogman creatures. What other types of creatures have you encountered that are similar to that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had plenty of Bigfoot experiences. I've had a Dogman come to my house, you know what I mean, and kind of just tell me like, you know where I live, now I know where you live, you know what I mean? But,
I would love to hear the Dogman story because I've been interviewing a lot of witnesses for this. I'm in the middle of making a docuseries that focuses on a lot of cryptid encounters in South Louisiana. So I'd love to hear your encounter with this creature.
Okay, just a quick, Mike. My theory on this invisibility cloak or whatever they do.
Yeah.
My theory is they're able to change the spectrum of light they're in, so we can't see them. I don't think they disappear. I don't think they go. I mean, they are invisible to us because we can't see them in whatever spectrum of light they're in. They raise their frequency or their vibration, and they change the spectrum of light. I still think they're there. We just don't see them. Like with the Green Goblin creature, I didn't see it, but I felt its energy. I felt its intention. You know, I seen it. I felt like it was sizing me up, you know, so I knew it was there. And I believe the same thing with the Bigfoots and the Dogman too. I think they have the ability to raise their frequency or vibration and change the spectrum of light they're in. I even think they're able to go in and out of different dimensions through different kind of portals, stuff like that. But as far as the Dogman goes, we were on an investigation, and I'll cut to the chase because it's a long story. But we were bluff charged. We were up on a high ridge, overlooking a swamp to our east and a lake to our west, and we were up there. Just it was a Halloween.
And it was approximate location was this? What approximate location?
New York.
Okay.
New York. Yeah, we're in New York, and it's Hallows Eve. There's a full moon. There's a meteor shower, and we're in a place of high strangeness. And so we actually, when we captured some Morse codes coming out of the sky through a parabolic mic. We had all kinds of stuff happen paranormally after we did a couple of different rituals that we do. But at one point, we heard a Sasquatch walk over to us. It whooped 3 times. We didn't know what we thought, that maybe it was telling other Sasquatches in the area that there was 3 of us. That's why it whooped 3 times. But I mean, the power of this whoop, had to be easily 100 feet away, maybe 150 feet. And the whoops just go right through you, and the ground shakes. And, the guys I were with never experienced it before, but I knew what I was dealing with. And so at one point, this Bigfoot throws a rock the size of a bowling ball up over the top of the trees. Now, just think about it. The trees are 60 feet long, high. We're on a ridge that's like another 30 feet high. And it throws this giant boulder over the top of the trees. It comes down and it lands right in between the 3 of us. The 3 of us sitting in, in a circle, a semicircle. And it rolls down and it hits one of my guys, my partner, Brian's chair. And Brian's like, we should probably leave now, And I was like, no, not ready to leave. Bill wanted to leave after the whoops. I was like, no, I'm not ready to leave. I feel like there's more to come. So we're sitting there. Not that we knew if there was anything in the swamp, because we didn't know about this, because we weren't there for the swamp. What we found originally, I found 3 giant quartz crystal boys set up in a pyramid shape. And the one on the top had almost like it was chiseled out, looked like a face. So I said, this is going to be our location number one when we come on Halloween. And then we had 2 other locations picked out. We'll work our way back to the car. So anyway, we were there for like more paranormal than anything else. But I knew there were Bigfoots in the area because I had heard reports and I've talked to locals in the area that were run out of the woods, like hunting, raccoon hunting and stuff like that, coon hunting. They ran out of the woods by Bigfoots. So anyway, we get the rock thrown at us. Brian's ready to leave. Bill's ready to leave. I'm not ready to leave yet. And we're sitting there, and there's a stone wall behind us, like a 3-foot high stone wall behind us. And these walls run all over the place here in the Northeast, okay? And nobody knows who actually made them. They call them markers, like property markers, but I'm not buying it. And so we're sitting there, we're talking amongst ourselves. And so my camera guy, Bill, is sitting next with his back to the wall. And we got 3 or 4 different cameras pointed in each direction, trying to pick up anything that comes near us. Because we're hearing stuff all night long, but we're not seeing anything on any of the cameras. All of a sudden, we hear what sounds like a quadruped running up the ridge. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. And it's coming, man. It's coming, right? So I jump up, Brian jumps up, Bill jumps up, and Bill starts to run past me. And I'm focused on where the sound is coming from. I'm not taking my eyes off the sound. And as Bill gets to me, I reach out with my left hand and I just stop him dead and I spin him around and I say, stand your ground. We don't know what we're dealing with here. Honestly, I thought it was either a black bear charging us or a mountain lion. That's what I thought it was. And as I spin him around, I said, stand your ground. Brian and Bill are a little bit further behind me, so they pull out their machetes. What we have on us are pepper spray, 10-inch survival knives, 18-inch machetes. They're able to pull out their machetes because they're in a more opened area. I'm closest to the wall in this tree line, so I pull out my survival knife because I don't have room to maneuver machete. And I'm thinking, man, when this mountain lion hits this wall, I'm going to have to sacrifice my left arm and kill it with my survival knife, That's what I'm thinking is going to happen because I don't know what's coming up this ridge. I can't see it. I can only hear it. So the sound of this charging quadruped gets right up in front of us on the other side and stops dead. Now we're all standing. You could have heard a pin drop in the woods that night. And we're standing there listening. And I have this little Sony camera hanging around my neck, digital camera. And I take one picture where I feel it stopped. Okay? And then I say to the guys, let's go over the wall, get our cameras, see what's on the side of the wall. So we jump over the wall with all our cameras. We point them every which direction. We never heard anything leave. We never heard anything jump off the ridge. We never heard anything run back down the ridge. It was just dead silent. I didn't see anything on my little camera because the back of it's so small, I couldn't see anything in the pitch black anyway. And so we jump over the wall. Bill's got a 1500 Luma. We light up the woods like it's daytime. And there's nothing there. Okay. Couple of months later, I'm being drawn back to the woods. Not so much the ridge that we were on, but the swamp below it. I don't know why I'm being drawn back to the swamp, but I'm being drawn back to the swamp. So I called Bill and I called Brian. I said, listen, I'm going. If you guys don't want to come, I understand because, we probably all could have died that night, At this point, we had put up all our stuff raw on our site, our website. And a guy calls me up from California and he says, that one photo you took up on the ridge? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, there's a Dogman on that photo. I'm like, what are you talking about? And we looked at that photo many times. We didn't see anything, And we do our evidence review. We use like a 60-inch screen TV, and there's like 6 of us. Everybody's looking, and we didn't see it. So I said, send it to me. I thought the guy had photoshopped it, to be honest with you, So he sends it to me, and there it is. You can see eyes, a nose, ears, and you can see something peeking over the stone wall, like sniffing us, So then I go to my camera, I pull out the SD card, I throw it in the computer, and sure as shit, there it is. And I don't know how we've never seen it, right? So I was like, okay, that Sasquatch was trying to get us out of there.